should be swift and fair and equitable. Our Southeast roads hopefully are now being attended to, but slowly, and with all the contractors to speed up work, even in this rainy season. We are grateful to the state government of Enugu State, right for the qualifying why, for the way they tackled the Ukwu Oka Road and 9th mile before Christmas last year. Was it not good? Well, yes. Ukwu Oka, you know, you cannot pass Ukwu Oka, we are passing through very well, it's now good. Why you have tried on that road. And also we thank God that we are projecting for the Obi Isuka Road and pray that it will be completed completely. But Bishop also is being completed. Oh, praise God. The governor of the State, CHUKWUMA, is also trying his best in the State. But the Bishop of the West, he has not told me about the problem of the bridge between the Amofu and the Enugu and the State. That place is not yet tackled. We pray that we look at it. The Boy State government is already like the more for you. I think we need to tell the government to also do that for you to join because the bridge is far. Thank God for their lives and pray that they continue to relate with the church peacefully as we are supporting and praying for their success. We are the bishops of the Boy State. I think yes. I have the bishop, the governor is doing well. Okay, that's good. We advise our Southeast governors to please come together and unite to fight for the common good of the people. The new organization under the leadership of Chief World hopefully will help us because we're waiting for the new assignment. Now, the jumping from PDP to APC of the Igbo is highly condemned. This is politics of hunger and betrayal. I propose that Igbo will leave PDP. They should join and join ABGA as an Igbo party to make ourselves a common pride and beautiful opposition to the other parties. APC is not basically by the Yorubas and the Hausas. We cannot continue to be slaves to these people. Our politicians should please think more of the common good of our people who put them in than all their selfish interests. God help us. Now, I want you to know because sometimes in Nigeria you don't know what is the whole ranking index of Nigeria in fragile states. We are just there. You need to know what is happening in Nigeria concerning the position of Nigeria. Nigeria's ranking as the 13th least stable country in the world on the fragile state index is not surprising. In a report released recently by the Washington-based think tank Fund for Peace (FFP), Nigeria was ranked alongside countries like Southern Sudan, the Republic of Congo, Guinea, and Zimbabwe, and Nigeria tied with Zimbabwe in 13th position from the rear, while Ethiopia is 14th. It's a shame that the fragile states index, which was normally called the failed states index, is an annual ranking of 178 countries, which highlights not only the normal pressures that all countries face, but also helps to identify when those measures are pushing the country to the brink of failure. It is based on a set of social, economic, and political indicators and about 100 sub-indicators, among which are uneven economic development, demographic pressures, group deficits, poverty and economic decline, state legitimacy, and the state of public services. If the truth must be told, Nigeria's unflattering ranking at the bottom rungs of this index is a sad reflection of the state of affairs in this country, Nigeria. It is the result of our failure to use our personal, social, economic, political stability and strength. For too long after attaining flag independence from Britain, we have squandered our diverse resources to global goodwill and our own damnation. How can a country fail for its human and material resources find itself on the wrong side of socio-economic advancement? How can a country that is the 8th largest producer and exporter of oil in the world, which has the 2nd largest reserve of gas, one of the most expansive and diverse collections of minerals, and the 5th largest population with over 50% of its people in their youthful years, be in such dire straits? It is a puzzle that may confound the world, but which Nigerians are very familiar with. All honest Nigerians know that our precarious situation resulted from the failure of leadership. bound by an ill-principled and pliant followership. So it is not time to mourn. It is time for us to wake up. Nigeria today, and for many past decades, has been beset by many internal contradictions and self-imposed frictions, while socio-political problems like armed robbery, violence, and arson associated with elections have been with us since independence. We have managed to add militants, kidnapping, and now insurgents to our list of self-inflicted troubles. None of these problems would have reared their ugly heads on the scale that they have and persisted if the nation's successful leadership had not been visionary, selfless, but if they had been visionary, selfless, and patriotic. Taking a look at the countries which we are poorly ranked on this index, it is obvious that one common string runs through them all. They have all been plagued by infantile wars, ethnic and religious conflicts, ruthless and despotic leaderships, and corruption. They are also mostly sub-Saharan African nations. And is there something inherent wrong with African thereof? We think not. We only have to realize our mistakes and resolve to do things differently. After all, there is subsisting wisdom in the saying that a problem realized is a problem half solved. The political leadership in our country has to rise up to this challenge. All efforts must be made to put an end to the present internal conflicts arising from the wicked manipulation of the people for cheap political ends by some Nigerian leaders. Whether it is Niger Delta militancy, whether it is Boko Haram, insurgency, or kidnapping, for ransom and rituals, all these ills can be traced back to our political allies. Why can't our political allies borrow a leaf from the world's most developed countries? We talk often of the United States, China, Germany, United Kingdom, Singapore, and later in American Africa, Botswana. Have we considered how the sacrifices and visions of their leaders, especially their founding fathers, brought about their evidence today? For Nigeria, what needs to be done is straightforward. If we must reverse our discount ranking on the Fragile State Index, first, there must be a positive and progressive restructuring of the nation, including its politics and economy. The center as we have it today is unwieldy and ineffective. I have traveled around the whole Nigeria. I know going to Sokoto or going to Maiduguri or going to Yola. It is very unwieldy and ineffective for any one person to govern it. It has become a drawback to all genuine efforts and rapid socio-economic development and must be rewarded. The country must de-emphasize religion and ethnicity. We need to recall that the first amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which we have very much like to aim, was on this point. No nation, least of all one like ours, with its multifarious and diverse tribes, tongues and religions, can survive playing politics with them. It is just that simple. The country must address unemployment, isn't it? Poverty and socio-economic inequality. Our food population is a potential advantage. When it is not properly harnessed, it becomes a liability, the features of which we are very familiar with in the country. We can only change this adverse report with a new vision best through rigorous thinking and backed with hard work and disciplined execution. This is what we require if we ever hope to be in the league of the most stable countries. Now talking about BIAFRA, I feel people should find another way of celebrating BIAFRA Day than closing up shops and not going to work. Most of these boys did not even see BIAFRA war at all. It is a waste of economy. A lot of some resources were lost in the last observance. When the people did not go to work or market, the Westerners and Northerners were busy making money. The reason of this people is very much desired, first and united with support and sincerity of our politicians, we can achieve our goal from the federal government. Now talk about the ultimate dates on you. The harassment of the people in the north will not be tolerated. We feel disappointed that no one has been arrested in the north for the statement made, giving the Igbos 2 or 3 months notice to move out of the north. This is what that World Council was being persecuted for. This synod hereby appreciates, however, the statement of some elders in the North in condemning the action of these unscrupulous youths. Only God knows the truth. However, we warn that we will not tolerate what happened in 1966 to reoccur, or else this country will be in total disarray. We are warning that our Igbos should be allowed to do their business anywhere as others. If the situation becomes unbearable for them, then they should come back, but we will demand referendum for them to be our own. Section 141, Section 141, Section 41 of the Nigerian Constitution says anybody can live anywhere. Okay. I know that. I'm not a lawyer, but I know that section and subsection. Now, whistleblowing. We condemn the way whistleblowing is now misleading or being misled because of money percentage. The wrong whistleblown on Senator Igbos is unfortunate. We plead that all these witch hunting of our people should be stopped forthwith and allow peace and good governance to prevail. Otherwise, I will not blow my whistle, I will blow trumpets. When they blow whistle, I will blow trumpets. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate all our Southeast politicians who have spent 2 years in their present democratic dispensation, more especially our general of the state and the Enugu states in our province. The governor of Enugu State, like President Dr. has done well in maintaining peace and regular salary of workers. In fact, out of 17 local governments now, 14 local governments have been paid fully their salaries. Yes, and the other ones will get it very soon. Yes, it's highly commendable. And thank through the Minister of Gender and his wife, they have filed the Timeline Act in the Enugu State. Thanks be to God for that. And we pray God to help Anambra State in their forthcoming elections. God bless Nigeria. Our Bishop's retreat was held the 9th to 14th.